And we return to episode 79 of 20-Sided Tales, entitled Prelude to Night, where we left off. The heroes took care of some business as they returned to the city, met up with one another after doing some more research. Alikos shared brunch with Agnesia after hearing her lovely songs in the courtyards, and the tail end of this day, turning into dusk, Alikos spent some time with Lord Hammond once again at the butcher's shop where they had hooked up their game. We now pick up to some time later. The once overtly clean Alikos, now somewhat soiled, but he's wiped away most of the blood and grime from his plucking. And he's making his way back to the lavish smokers club / haberdashery / bordello where you guys have been staying. And once again, the camera dives in, kind of following Alikos as we see the Vanguard. Take it away.
Vanguard.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always wanted to try that.
They all look at you from across the room.
What?
What is it?
Could have been a little more exciting. You jumped up out of your seats, ready to...
Better.
There we go. See, finally, some theatrics. That's what I'd like to see.
Of course, my lord.
Thank you. You lot ready to head out by the ringing of the bell?
Yeah, sure. Or we could just go now.
Yeah,
You lot ready to go already?
we've just been sitting here.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that makes my job easy then, doesn't it?
A little bit of blood on your clavicle there, so
Yeah.
prestidigitate him.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything about it, but
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Thank you.
also
And he
there's
has
a bit...
And he has a trophy, whatever you took. Yeah.
Just carrying around a boar head.
No. It would be the... no, jeez. Mom, look what I got from school. No, it's actually 2 tusk, 1 ivory, one black one of the board.
Fancy.
Well, why don't I grab a little basket of food to take on our little hike, and then we can have a bit of
Have a picnic, that's right.
Now, yeah. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, and Agni will be good on any... Do you want wine, mead, what? And I'm sitting there holding the Pumpkin King mug when I say that.
Oh well, let's not get it until we're there. Otherwise, they'll be carrying
Yeah.
a thing
No.
full of booze.
Yeah, no, I'm just
whatever-
saying...
At the
Whatever you guys want.
At the sound
you
of
guys
booze, and just in general, thrusting herself into the scene, arms spread, Lorelei says, "A hike? Should I get my bad boots on?" And she winks.
Your bad boots.
Oh, I don't want to get these things all scuffed up.
What
Probably
are
more
your
booze.
What are your bad
I can
boots?
gauge by your sudden silence that this is a private engagement. Very well.
There's lots of booze here, Lorelai. I'm sure you'll drink them dry.
Lorelei.
Well, as long as you finish your night to the last drop. She walks away.
Wait, look. Oh. I swear that woman's
down
been
like
ignoring
that.
me.
She's a
She
slippery
timed
thing.
it. She timed it with the performance of whoever's
yeah.
on stage right now. So when it got loud, it's like she didn't hear you.
She's a slippery one.
Yeah.
Let's grab some food.
Alright.
Go.
I'll meet you out front.
Man, I'm hungry.
I'm gonna
Okay, yeah, let's go.
put these things away.
Yeah. As you two split off to do that, I have got a silent speech to you, Sana.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, here, take this. And I'm passing you something underneath the table.
Hesitantly grabs it.
You would see that it is a collection of notes that appear to have been ripped out of a journal. Most of this is it. Most of it is that map that we'd found, the ley line map, that where we found the oculary, since that may have something to do with your stuff. And there's also some other notes in there that talk about the astral fulcrum, a couple creation myths in there, just a few odds and ends.
Yeah, she looks it over wide-eyed and then messages, "Where did you get this?"
Out of my journal.
Oh.
Just keep it for now.
We'll
talk more later.
I like twitches at the idea that you just fucking rip these out.
Man, about half this journal's been ripped out.
Thank you. I'll start transcribing and like puts a hand on the orb and reads it over. And it just stores it in there.
Mm-hmm.
According to plan. Alright, yep,
If
that
you
was
could
all.
send me those like in DMs or something, that'd be great.
I'll send you some overviews on them. A lot of it's just shit that's in my head.
Yeah, you don't gotta do it now, but
Yeah, I'll do it later.
lore time. Finishes up and hands it back to you. Did Agni stay here?
Nah, she jumped up to go get
I mean, she's just
food.
grabbing food. I assume she's getting
Oh.
it from the person at the bar. She's probably still in the room unless she had to
Yeah.
go shopping somewhere outside.
Okay, yeah.
If you want to talk to Agni, she can be there.
No, I was just gonna say, like,
Yeah.
oh, did you say you were hungry? Like, you know, just to add you. But
did.
please chill. Oh, where exactly are we going hiking again?
I don't know. Alicos seemed to want to go somewhere.
Never said anywhere specific.
Nope.
Well, it'll be nice to explore the area.
Yeah. And through silent speech, I think he wants to talk to us about something.
Her smile kind of falters a little bit, twitching into a frown and then back to a smile and says, I thought the same.
Yeah, it's never just a walk.
Suppose not. Hopefully nothing bad. Seems rather chipper.
I think we'll be fine. We'll see. Oh, any luck there, Agony?
I get some food, DM?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Basket of food?
What do you
Yeah.
want? Yes, mademoiselle. Whatever your heart desires, we will get for you. Is it a sweet sausage you want? Is it some fennel? Or perhaps something a bit more sweet? Or it is
Something that travels nicely. Maybe some bread, some nice cheese. Actually, maybe a little bit of manticore cheese. I have a friend who loves manticore cheese.
Perfect. Oh, yes, magnificent. I will. Yes, and he goes and fetches you an ideal picnic basket of things that are good for travel. Manticore cheese cubes included.
Ooh. Yeah, she'll get it. Do I owe him anything for it? Or how much would I owe him
Oh,
for it?
no, of course, this is all taken care of. You are our honored guests. And I
You're
must
very
say, the
kind.
company you keep and bring with you, oh, what a colorful entourage. We are looking forward to the business they bring in tonight. Yes, the bordello will be simply booming. You
Of
must
course.
join for the affairs. We plan, since the summer gala is going to be out, that we will host our own thing here. Or so this Lorelai has told me. She's planned to put on a show. Yes, we are looking forward to this. You have heard of this show, no? She said
Yes.
you are to be a part of it.
Of course she did.
Yes.
Gladly.
I
I'll do
won't
it.
push any
Don't
further.
worry.
I look forward to the surprise. Please
No
enjoy your
worries.
basket and tell me if there is anything wrong with it when you come back, or if you enjoy.
Sure, it'll be lovely. Thank you very much.
Enjoy your evening. May I recommend there's a lovely picnic place up to the north on the a bit above the beaches on the banks there. You can watch the moons quite nicely glisten on the river. Yes, it's beautiful. Well, a good night to you, Lady Agnesia.
Thank you, sir. A little wink, turn around. Back, pop it down. Yeah. Look, got some good stuff. A charge, manticore cheese. That's what I'm talking about.
Very nice.
I said there was a pretty nice place up by the river. See if Alagos doesn't have anywhere particular. I can point that out to him. Should be around here somewhere. Where is that man?
It's bound to be somewhere.
As you say that, I like to think he's like in a Captain Morgan stance at that exact moment near the front door.
Yeah, just like he said he was, out by the front.
All right, let's head out.
All right, I'll go get Pepper.
Ready, and he's got this like smolder on, and you go out.
Actually, has traveler's clothes on this time.
Nice. Yeah, you can sort of describe what you're all looking like. Alikos kick it away as you guys now venture through the city. You're heading to pick up Pepper, and are you taking Hella? Or you can give me that answer as part of your description. Take it away.
Yeah. All right. As sitting out front, as he just got done brushing Hella, and I'll take you out in a little later tonight. Let's moving back. He's not. Oddly enough, the first thing we see, his hair's actually down. It's not put up in the like with the red linen put up in his fancy style. He's not wearing his normal student attire now. He's actually wearing his cotton breeches and his linen spun tunic. That's slightly split and torn in some places. So he still wearing his same boots, however. So he's laying up front, not even a backpack on his back, not bringing his shield or his spear, just his own body. All's ready to roll.
Always. If you don't have anywhere in mind, the barkeep gave me a nice picnicking location up by the river up north.
You can check that out. Would not be a bad idea.
Lovely.
Are you lot bringing all that equipment? What are you guys wearing? What are you guys bringing?
Agni is dressed in her normal outfit. The dress and the not striped. Oh my goodness, what's the when you got the diamonds on it? Corset, and she got the harlequinade. It's and the red heels. She does have her staff with her, but that's just because it's like pretty much on her back. Her little lute.
And I think at this point, for sure, over the last few days, maybe now, you're really starting to notice that she has not been using the Sky Self.
She hasn't used it in a long time, in a couple of days. Except for the one where she turned into somebody else to blend into the crowd. But that was for, purposeful reasons.
Yeah, special event.
Stagny. They're all flicking everywhere. Smile.
What's
all that
Sana
usual
looking
stuff.
like as you guys are... What's she looking like? What's her loadout as you're moving through the streets? Maybe she stops and is looking at one of those old arcane turrets before catching up with the others.
Yeah, Sana is wearing her usual garb. The hood is down, and her platinum hair kind of shines out, softly giving off light, just like the rest of her. Her footsteps are filled with that scintillating light from her boots. She has her quarterstaff on her back, but otherwise just has a water skin at her side. And the regular gear she has.
Lovely. Yeah, it's just like the first time you guys saw her. When she wants to, she can leave these sort of like rainbowy footsteps behind that scintillate.
Yeah.
Leaving this merry trail. And of course, we see Adlin is picking up Pepper. What's your loadout as you guys are heading out north?
Adeline has brought all his shit with him, just packed into the haversack. Though he still isn't wearing the arm. He's actually went and tied off the sleeve and kind of tucked it up where it's not in the way. And he's still wearing the gray cloak that'll come down to cover up some of that, and still in full armor with all the bits and bobs that kind of hang from his belt as normal. And Yeah, the only thing is the hood is down, not up. So nothing to obscure his face.
All right. You guys travel for about an hour or so, making your way through this large metropolis out its inner quarter that you're currently in, and headed for its northern gate and out those more highland roads. As you pass out its large palisades and leave the walls behind, the smells and sounds of the city are replaced with the openness of the wilderness abound you in the distance. It's a fresh, cool summer night's breeze that rolls by, and you can hear the melody, the orchestra, if you will, of the grasshoppers and things in the fields as you're going, and time presses on. The area is dimly illuminated as you're traveling. You move underneath a blanket of stars that fills the sky, and given your recent research, Sana perhaps is pointing out some of these constellations, as her and Adlin had made some of them out in these books, and Agnesia's eyes just kind of twinkle in the starlight in her natural state, and Alokos, poised and stoic, continues to lead you guys forward to wherever he's taking you as you guys trek north from Baldric. Kind of zoom in on Alokos as he's kind of led you a good ways out of the city now northward, off the main paths, and just kind of listing along, keeping to the river in view, the mountains in the other direction far, far ahead, and those forests which teem at its base.
Yeah, sorry, I was fighting the whole time. But, yeah, lean down the valley. Occasionally, not actually breaking off the looks like a social trail as he drops down a few feet. Small drop. Keep going. As now we're actually almost walking alongside the valley. Yeah, it's actually points up right ahead. There's this small open mouth cave. It looks like it's long been abandoned. It's not very deep. It's only about a few feet deep, but it's pretty much just now cropping to get out what would be sunlight, but in this case would be starlight.
And this is a good hike for all of you. Roll athletics. He meant what he said.
Mm-hmm. He's a man of his word. Nice, Sana.
Had to winning.
Don't worry about that shit.
Yeah, Pepper.
Pepper
I'm
comes and
Pepper.
picks up Agni,
Yeah.
who you bounce along on Pepper's back.
Better.
All right. Yeah, you guys make good into the night now, and in this starlit open cave, you stop. Well away from the city now. You guys are well over 6 miles away, maybe, roughly. You can still see it if you look with intent. A glimmer of light on the fields of darkness that matches the sky above.
Well, you can set your things down.
You all.
Say,
You Pepper? You give Pepper a little kiss on the top of the head for carrying her the rest of the way.
She blushes.
Good girl. Some scritches.
ugh.
Oh,
Still feeling no tons from yesterday.
So what's this about, Alikos?
yeah, it's a lovely hike, but what's up?
Suppose business first, eh?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Vanguard way, it seems.
Well, it's more just you did just have us hike 6 miles out, so
The
it can't be anything.
prosecutor. Looking to you, Agni.
Okay. Okay, she sits up
All
straight.
familiar, Pepper Penny. They are in the pockets of the Black Mask.
Black Mass. She's kind of. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Blackmail.
Seeing your mouth kind of dry, Electra unwinds from Agnesia and gives you a water skin, Alikos, to catch your breath.
Oh, thank you.
That's butler service from a pseudo dragon.
Thank you, Electra. Pleasure.
It kind of sits on his shoulder and curls up around his neck.
Where
He's
you're
giving him
wearing her
some
like a
snuggles.
scarf, or she's
Yeah.
wearing you.
Giving him some snuggles.
I've heard from some scouts. There are two things that are critical to this case. One is the prosecutor and their dealings with the Black Mask. Blackmail, most likely. Of course. Either way, whether they're blackmailed or not, they'll still be working against Pepper Penny. But maybe if they weren't under such blackmail, they may be a little less, well, you can imagine. Second thing, smuggler, bookkeeper, one who probably has knowledge of this evidence against Pepper Penny. Did some time in the mines, criminal, probably involved with the Black Mask. Definitely, most likely involved with this heretical book. Lastly, as you probably are well aware, Duke Gunther, the Black Mask. He just holds up two fingers and just crosses them.
You all keep wondering why he keeps saying the Black Mask, but perhaps he's
Oh.
he's merging it into what it truly is. There's the black market and the Black Mask, but really it's all this mask, this veneer to a seedier underbelly of the underworld.
You know what? It's
It's a
canon.
good save.
It's canon, yeah. No, Alikos as a noble, he's just trying to make it a thing. And I see this.
Wait, it's not Mask?
No, it's mask. It's
Oh
like
my
mask. Like I'm going
God,
to
I
mass.
No,
I'm
but
sure.
that's what Alikos is dubbing it
Yeah.
now. He's just like, no, the Black Mask. Like, this is, let's call the enemy what it is. Using his
Lord.
noble clout.
Also, not gonna lie,
Elf
I
has so
wrote
much
it.
clout
I wrote
now.
it down wrong a long time ago, and
Hey,
I
man,
never,
no, run with it.
I never
Canon.
corrected it. Yeah,
We don't say no here, man.
It's
We
true.
run with the
Amen.
punches.
Nah. Yes and baby, it's improv.
So, I think that might be where we can fall to our individual strengths. Adlin, your sneaky blackmail market seems to be your cup of coffee.
Yeah, it'll take some digging. I was really. Alex, I have a question. Where'd you get this information?
Few scouts. A noble has connections, after all.
Scouts.
That's right.
You ride off with a particular lord to go hunting and then come back with a bunch of information from scouts.
That's
She
right.
winks.
The information is from scouts. Doesn't falter with his insistence.
Yeah, those are some great scouts. Very attractive scouts. You know, like hunk scouts.
No, I was not the scout, if that's what you're inferring.
I was not talking about you, honey, but that's okay.
Who are you talking about?
Scouts! The same scouts that you're talking about.
All right.
No.
What are you talking about?
Adlin?
As long as these scouts aren't going to be a problem later.
I trust them with good information.
All right. All right. If we want to. All right. So you say that he's being blackmailed, right?
Prosecutor, yes.
Any
This Alikos this whole time has been pacing back and forth. Just one.
any idea where he is at? Because asking him questions is going to be the first step.
He's probably the
I'm sure
prosecutor.
Brunhilde knows.
Being the prosecutor, he's probably kept rather close to the keep. He is of critical importance, I'd imagine, to the governance of the city. Probably somewhere with high security, such as the keep or, if lower end, armory sometime, barracks. Unlikely. Probably the keep.
But your scouts didn't tell you where they're at?
I think Baroness Brunhilde will easily be able to tell us who and where the prosecutor is. I believe that knowledge is pretty easily gettable. She was complaining about him before. So I don't
Alright.
think that's the biggest question at the moment. That's easily obtainable information.
All right.
Alikos, did these scouts mention why the Black Mass wants Pippa prosecuted?
No,
I looked
they
at
did not.
Acne. What exactly does Pippa do? There's gotta be something we're missing.
Well, Pippa Penny is the ringmistress of the Howling Imaginarium. Usually it's not Lorelei. Lorelei has stepped into this new role. If I recall correctly from what I was told, she was framed for black magic stuff. The thing that turned my Dani into that kind of monstrous thing. I don't know if... you saw it. You saw her back at the circus before I was able to restore it. Found a heretical book. That she was taking the book, the contraband, and that she's in league with the Black Mask. But Alikos!
What? No, keep talking. This is... Don't stop.
Okay. And so the Black Magic was the heretical book she was found with, or given by someone from the Black Mask. I don't know if she actually took it on purpose, or if she knew who she was with, but into something she wasn't meant to get into, and now they're blaming it all on her.
Probably using her as a fall, if you will. Put all the evidence on one person, get rid of the person, you get rid of all the crap.
That's probably part of it. Another question, Agni, how many people are in the Howling Imaginary?
Look, I've got at least, I think, 30 people written down, and I don't know if there are others.
Yeah, no, that's plenty to answer the question. Yes,
a couple dozen, maybe?
Yeah. Because do you think any of this will splash back on them? I think one of the things I think the Black Mass is trying to do is accumulate people.
Right. I don't think so.
Not for like they want to bolster their forces kind of accumulate either. I think they're wanting people to be killed. If that makes any sense.
Don't know if it will. I mean, it's the circus. We've been scapegoats multiple times for shit we didn't do because we're outsiders and we're weird. You know, that's when something goes wrong and there's 40 outsiders who scream on their way into town, you get the finger pointed at you. Yeah. But, you know, we only usually committed petty crime. You know, the big stuff wasn't us.
Have you attempted to contact Pippa?
Have not. Pippa, yeah. Pippa.
Pippa, I got it.
Yeah.
There's one reason it took us north, actually.
Hi.
Particular hideout might be good to start with your investigation. Do you know the name of Fallon Koskas?
No, not off the top of my head.
No.
He was a smuggler I was talking about. The time in the mines, young lad.
Alright.
Might be good to start your investigation there, especially if you're dealing with the book. He's further north than we are now, up alongside the coast.
Yeah.
Wonder if I can get in to speak with Pippa Penny. Maybe with Lord Hammond or with Baroness Brunhilde's influence, I can be allowed to speak with the prisoner. Even if it's under supervision, totally fine. Won't break her out or do anything illegal. But, you know, just get from her what she did so that we have her story completely, because we have it secondhand through Lorelei, and half the shit Lorelei says is a lie, and if it's not, it's flowery and made to sound nice. So, you know, as much as I leave Lorelei, you can't trust half the shit coming out of her mouth.
You were saying, Sana?
Asana?
No, never mind. I was gonna say I could contact her, but I don't know her.
No.
Yeah.
How well do you have to know somebody for that spell to work? If I made myself look like her and talked about her, would that be enough?
I have to make a connection with them,
Okay.
more so than that.
It's like Trip's old spell then, right? Right, okay. And no, I'm sorry. Okay. I think they I don't see any reason why they wouldn't let me see her. At least, you know.
If
Yeah.
the Black Mass has this judge in their pocket, it's a good chance they're not going to let anyone contact her.
Yeah, well, that all depends on how far they've got their reaches in.
Also, the other question is how far the person at the gate of that prison's gonna go to ask. If I show up with the Baroness or Lord Hammond and say, let me in to see the prisoner, how likely
Yeah,
do you
but-
think they are to say no to my face? You'd be surprised how when you show up to a
Unfortunately-
bunch of people who are underpaid with a person who is rich and important, that they back down. Not every
Yeah,
time,
but-
but relatively often.
The only thing I'll throw out there too, though, is that now you're getting those two fully involved with whatever we do. Right now, they're both have some deniability.
I mean, Lord
And
Hammond has fully said, hold off on the trial of Pippa Penny. That's pretty involved.
Unfortunately, Lord Hammond cannot assist. Well, cannot assist with
Right.
this case.
Right, no, I know. Maybe Baroness Brunhilde, with her influence, can just let me. I just need to see her for a couple of minutes. Hopefully they'll let me in. And if I need to, I'll make myself look like a guard and walk in. I mean, hopefully we don't have to do that.
Well-
But, you know.
Well, just keep in mind if it is the Black Mass, and even just most fortresses of this scale, they probably have some arcanely endowed person for those kind of things.
Oh, you're right.
Last thing we need is for you to be arrested.
Let's try to do this legally. Anyway, hopefully we can speak to Pippa. If we can't, then we can't. It's fine.
Alright,
But, yeah.
so I guess that... Yeah, I can go try to talk with this guy and figure out if he knows anything. But I need to go ahead and ask this now. How far do we want to go to learn? What's our end goal here, guys?
I just want Pippa Penny not to get her head chopped off.
Okay.
Like, I grew up with Pippa Penny. She's been running that carnival for, as far as I know, since it was started. And she wouldn't do anything to endanger the carnival. Yeah, she broke the law often. Yeah, she is morally ambiguous. She would never do anything to harm the carnival. They're the people that she loves. She would do anything for them. I refuse to believe that she did something knowingly. I would have put them in danger, whether it be by the law or by the fucking Black Mass. She's innocent of whatever they're saying she did, at least intention-wise.
Alright. Alright. That's all I need. Alright.
Even if she rots in jail for 2 years or something, I can deal with that. Preferably, I won't like it, but I don't want her to get her head chopped off.
No, I got you. Alright.
What those terrible things that were happening with they did a lot of fucked up shit, didn't they? Oh wait, I wasn't there for that. Fine, pull back.
It would be
Wasn't there for the really gross ones. Sorry.
it would be in everybody's best interest if Pippa Penny was found innocent. 'Cause after
Yeah,
all,
no,
that book
I
had to
understand
belong
that.
to someone.
yeah, and I think I have ideas on that as it is.
Are we thinking about the same person, I wonder? Who this book could
Well-
possibly belong to?
Well,
Pass-
I'm just gonna. No. I'm just gonna throw out there that I have a whole collection of cult paraphernalia back at Mossfield.
Really?
Yeah, you were there when I got it.
That's right. Thank you for letting me know, for reminding me.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's all the way back in Mossfield, so it ain't gonna do us any good here. Alright. Well, here, let's go ahead and get some stuff out of the way then while we're here talking about this kind of stuff. Um, Sana, can you write some stuff down? And pulling. Adeline's reaching into the one of the pouches and begins pulling out one of the arm and begins to put that on.
What are you doing
Yeah,
with the
she
arm?
raises an eyebrow.
Well, if we're about to start on this, like, I'll need two hands. It's just how it's going to have to be. And starts
Is
to
it something? Is it something that I can do for you with my hands, so that you don't have to have two hands? I'd like you to keep living.
Unless you want to go with me in the morning to go interrogate a smuggler.
Need me?
But you need to go try to get and talk to Pippa Penny.
Fine. Okay.
We're limited on time.
Here's what I propose then.
Gotta get you a different arm that isn't killing you. Surely there are people who make prosthetics. Surely there are in this giant city that we're next to. There has to be people who make prosthetics.
Sana,
go ahead.
do you think you could support Adeline? With your
Of course.
gifts?
Interrogating isn't my thing, but
Thinking outside the box is. You two are a damn good duo.
Don't worry, I'll take care of that part, Sana. Yeah, if you could write some stuff down for me, Sana. On the first page, go ahead and just write this. And he'll start to kind of dictate out a message while he's attuning to this, if you'll write it out for him.
yeah, she takes out her paper and her calligrapher's tools.
And it just reads, "We are the watchful eye. We will help you in this matter that has you troubled. If you agree to this and will offer up what information to save yourself, hang something red out of your window."
Okay, yeah, she writes it down and looks up at you and hands it over.
If you'll hand that to Agni or Alikos.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Now, may I give you all a fair warning?
Yeah.
Due to the very political nature of this case, and my involvement with Lord Hammond, I'm afraid I can't be too openly involved.
Well,
I didn't realize I'd be
Understand
such
that.
an obstacle until now.
However, you did arrive in this town for the specific intention of doing that. It'd be a little bit strange if you suddenly backed out. It might actually look worse if you didn't. Keep everything you do legal and within the realms of the law, completely not, treasonous or in any way appearing as such. You just have to use what power you have.
matter of fact, Alikos, how about you go have a nice word with the prosecution, and would sit there and be kind of like nodding towards the thing he just had written down.
You might want me there for that too.
Yeah,
I don't use it often, but I do have ways to be able to peer into someone's mind and, if needed, dig deeper. I don't enjoy digging deeper. I've only done it once, but I can at least see their surface thoughts.
That actually might be a good idea.
I'm also capable of harming someone should it be necessary, though they do become aware that I've done so it should be a last resort.
All right. Well, my question is, how much do we want to try to get done in one day?
The moon is... We still have plenty of moonlight. We might be able... Kind of peering over the cliff and then kind of listening in. we might be able to take care of that smuggler situation before dawn.
I don't even know where he's at. We have a 6-mile hike back to town, and it's nighttime.
I have a general location.
I could take one person with me.
What do you mean?
And he'll just poke his head outside the cave and start to whistle and wait for Cluso to fly in.
Caca.
Hey, sorry.
Soaring in from the night. Yeah, the large feathered owl.
Yeah,
Their companion.
sorry, we've been in town. And he's sitting there, and as the arm is still readjusting to him, he's patting Cluso with the good arm.
Well,
He's been following.
Didn't think we'd be immediately doing it tonight.
Honestly, it might be best call. Depending on how your scouts got their information, Alikos.
well, when in Mossfield, right?
Not in Mossfield, darling.
Yeah, we're not.
It's a saying.
But- Is it?
That's it.
Oh,
Have you lot never been? You've been hanging around that. Well, first thing when we do is when we get back, is you're going to a coffee shop.
What's with you and coffee recently? You've become really into it. Nothing bad about that. I'm just wondering.
Apparently, it's something Noble's doing. I see why. It's quite nice just to relax and have a.
I'm gonna give you
Anyways.
heart palpitations. Are you okay?
I probably can't drink that then.
Do not drink coffee, Adlin. Not the way you are.
Yes, I think just water and a lot of electrolytes for you.
Yeah. As he's lifting up the Pumpkin King mug that's set to a gallon of wine.
Damn it. That's why his eyes like flit to it and then you.
Well,
Can you summon Gatorade?
No.
Aww.
alright. So you're going to scout in the air?
Well, no, I'm saying that if we find it tonight, we go straight there.
Alright, I agree. You and
But
Sana
I
want to
can
go?
If Sana, if you're good with it.
Alright. Do your scouting and report right back.
No, I think you misunderstood me, Alikos. If
Most
I
likely.
find the place, I'm going to go get answers immediately.
Was that way I can help you then?
I'm not sure.
You could have a pet tiger.
We need.
No? No?
Well, actually, we might be able to. We might be able to if you made yourself small. And Agony, you can fly, right?
For a minute, please.
For a
Let's
minute.
just all
Okay.
wherever we're going. Let's go together.
Okay. All right. In that case, me and Sana go scout around, see if we find it, and then Sana, can you message them?
Sure.
Okay.
We all just stay in one go. We all just go.
Yeah, but we
There's-
don't know exactly where he's at. We need to find him. All right,
Is there
here.
a general location of where he is? Where did your scouts generally say he was?
Follow along the beach side, just to the north of this place. Alongside the river. Should be a small hideaway. Look for torches, bullseye lanterns. They're going to be moving throughout the night.
Look, you don't even have your spear and shield with you. What the hell are we doing?
Who says I need such things?
And
I do. If we're going to run into some smuggler's lair out of nowhere in the middle of the night and start demanding answers, crossbows ablazing, it's going to be a fight.
well, here, if one of you need it, and he's holding out the hilt for the Sunstriker.
Why are we fucking with the Black Mask with literally no plan? Why are
Well,
we going on a hike and then going to a smuggler's lair in the middle of the night? without anybody mentioning anything about it. That's just my question here.
Yes, I thought we were just finding one man alone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking we were doing too. But
No,
it's
in a
it's better to
smuggler's
be
lair?
it's better to be prepared. Well, most most smugglers operate in a small group, if anything.
When the black mask is not something to fuck around with.
Well,
Either let's
here
slip
I'll
this through and like get a weapon for Alikos, and we go in with a plan, or we go back and tomorrow we come back ready. I don't want us to just blaze into it.
here after a little bit. How about I scout around and just take a look first? Sound good?
At least take Sana so she can message one of us if you get fucking attacked.
No, yeah, Sana.
Yes,
You're
I
good.
think it would be best.
All right. Well, I'm just
Don't
gonna
go
need a little
too
bit
close. If you see anybody come back,
Yep, got it. That's what these are for. And he holds up a pair of goggles.
Sana,
Look
looks
to
at
you.
Sana just with very serious expression and says, "Don't let him convince you to keep going. Shit goes wrong, okay? Make him come back."
I frankly don't know what you're as fuck. I reattuned to my arm. Stroke out for a minute. Get that.
Oh,
Evelyn, are you okay?
Yeah,
It's a it's a sweet yet painful slither.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Ugh.
Sana frowns and I'll give you healing hands as an action. You get what level are we? 12.
Level 12.
Thank
You
you.
12 healing as I put my hands on you and the soft glow comes and you just feel warmer.
All right, thank you. Oh god, my
Once.
head. All right, Sana, you're gonna need to wear that mask. And he's pulling up the goggles and then putting the hood over his head to obscure his features.
Yeah, she
Nice.
frowns and puts it on and puts up her own hood.
All right.
Agni kind of puts a hand on both of your shoulders and just says, "Do anything reckless. All gonna be okay. Come back, chill. You guys are great." And then she
Yeah,
smacks both of you on the ass as you go,
Uh,
and you get bardic inspiration from Agni, both of
Nice.
you.
and I do actually, like, she starts to, like, put her stuff on and then says, I'm not exactly wearing something unrecognizable.
Oh, here,
And
Agni goes in her disguise kit, gives you like a black and a like shawl and like a skirt you can kind of put on over it, and just here you go.
Alright, yeah, I was just gonna have her take off, like, because she has, like, wrappings underneath. But, yeah, black stuff. Yeah, takes off her, like, white, like, skirt, tabard, and the green shawl, and I'll make, like, pants out of the cloth you give me.
All right.
Alright.
Let's go.
And with
poke around.
that, under cover of a starry night, our heroes of a feather take flight. And off you go, soaring on through the trees and heading more coastally bound, looking out for its denser copses and whatever den of smugglers there may be be had. As you're flying about, you guys can roll me a perception check as you go.
Right. Oh wow, I rolled really low.
Oof.
Yeah, you're being racked by your new arm, the attuning to it, the symbiosis that it performs, and it's making the lights kind of twinkle in a disorientating kind of way. I mean, you're still passively very perceptive, and you're at least able to, with Cluso, your great owl companion, keep a proper heading as you start going up and down the coastline of Saloon River. Sana, however, not focused on steering, just kind of holding on, or more or less squeezing on with her karate thighs, is a hand over her brow, kind of looking out, and to the side that she's looking on, she does make out something that stands out, perhaps. Perhaps an old beaten trail, or maybe the grass around that area through those trees near the coast, just a bit drier. It's definitely traveled to some extent. You're not sure if recent from this height, but what really catches your eye is not too far from those shores, and sort of as a marker to this trail, some kind of old statue. Nothing too immense, maybe a large size object, about 10 feet tall or so in its dimensions.
Sorry, say that last part again.
You just see like what a marker on this trail that goes through some denser trees on the coast,
Okay.
at the base of like a rock shelf that's off the coast of the river.
Yeah, I
There's
tap
some kind of
Adlin.
statue marker. You're not sure like in detail what it is. Actually, roll your bardic inspiration
Oh shit!
if you want, because as only lasts 10 minutes.
Where
Yeah,
is it?
that's
Where is
fair.
it? Where is it?
What dice we doing, Agni?
6, right?
D6, right?
D6.
It's a D6.
Yeah. So it's I
18
rolled a
and
3.
24. So Adlin, you actually like are able to, even in the steer of full flight, notice this. You definitely pick up on the copse of trees. It matches the description Alikos was given by his scouts. And you see that the statue, whatever it is very old, it's eroded, it's several ages old, covered in moss, and it's not depicting a humanoid, it's actually some kind of draconic imagery, like a poised dragon gargoyle, very old looking.
Hmm.
And this path definitely is traveled. You're not sure who would be traveling along these wayward, back hidden paths, but you do notice there with that expanded check from the Bardic Inspiration, there's also a hidden dock, a very small buoy that's under cover of what appears to be like a tree lopsided, like it's ready to collapse, but it's actually providing deliberate yet natural looking superficial cover.
Okay.
with
Yeah,
that dock.
I pointed out to Adlin and seeing that statue.
Well, you're flying together.
Yeah. I do want to ritual cast that as we move down. If it takes that long, I don't know how long.
No, it would take you within
Not long.
seconds to like descend down from the
I don't
sky.
know how it would be for sneaky, but fair.
All right,
You
so
can stay up here and flap for a bit.
Yeah, if you can give
now
there
do we
seems
want to
to
get
be-
closer?
Yes, but if you could give me a moment.
Yes.
Some sort of statue down there. This might come in handy. And takes out her orb, puts her hands on it, closes her eyes. And you can see
It's just down like off the coast, like 30 feet off the churning waters. Like it's a rapid river, so like more than a mile wide. Yeah, on the western banks, right. It's right on the in between the coastline and on the outside of a denser copse of trees that leads up to a shelf of rock that then plateaus upward. Maybe there's some caves or something over there. Like it's a marker on this like dried out slithering path through the copse. But yeah, you take the 10 minutes, you fly down, and it is indeed a depiction of a dragon.
And as we're kind of going down, just to help us be a bit quieter, we'll pass without a trace this.
Hey.
All right. Yeah, and it seems like when you're in the starlight in the skies above, you're almost invisible. You dive down into the trees, and the shadows of the trees now just seem to cling as you dive down, well covered. Yeah, there's a very old and brittle, weathered statue of a dragon, chipped to all hell and grown over. If there was any words on here. Passively, you do not see them. But there's a trail behind him, 10, 15 feet wide, less like an actual trail, more just like, there's no grass there, and it just kind of swerves through the trees towards like the base of the rock plateau.
Well, this is your specialty. I'll follow your lead.
All right. And swapping over to silent speech, he'll sit there and send to you, Sana. Do you think we want to go ahead and send Cluso? Maybe go pick up Agni and Alikos, bring them?
She nods.
Okay.
Good idea. I'd like to check out that statue.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Yeah.
You start wiping away some moss, looking to see if there is anything remaining.
17.
And there is. As you brush away at the right places, the words are old, and it's written in an esoteric kind of way, like a older type of language, though you think it's Draconic, maybe that's written here. But it's weird because it also blends and is using caricatures of Infernal as well. But you have comprehend languages up, so you just only have to rub your hand along this to know its meaning. And after a minute comes to pass, the words sear into your mind. Fortune favors the bold.
Not gonna tell Adlin that.
Perhaps a slogan or motto to whoever the people were that placed this.
Yeah.
And with your other passive knowledge and insights, you can see this is like pre-Empire old, or early First Age.
Damn, early. Oh, wow. Okay.
Puts it well over 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
The trail, with your survival instincts to know how Adlin, an old path, maybe traversed by beasts and such before, or maybe from a time before that even, but also recently. There's vehicle traffic and very subtle traffic of foot here. People who are fleet, know how to move quickly and unseen with Ronin type strides and such, and you feel as though you gut feeling this is the place Alikos told you about. His handsome scout was right.
And he'll sit there and just kind of turn around, silent speech to Cluso. Hey, do you mind going to grab those two?
With silent yet heavy flaps of his mighty wings, the avian predator of the night takes off your companion, and won't take him but 10 minutes or so in his full flight, as it did for him to get you here, to get back to them. In that time, Sana and Adlin, you're able to glean some more information and more or less just verifying the location you're at. And currently, the time of night it is, like approaching the witching hour, post midnight. No, not quite. Approaching maybe midnight actually. Seems vacant here. An area of soul. Few creatures can be heard, save for in the distance. We cut back to the others who, perhaps in a conversation, a moment of privacy, the two of them, the words that they're sharing, a mystery to us as proverbial viewers, as whoo, Cluso comes diving in to retrieve the rest of the Vanguard.
So, Cluso? Is everything all right?
Twists his head and turns it back in a nonchalant manner, suggesting it's chill, and
Nice.
presents his back so you may mount.
All right. Let me go.
Right, we'll be back, Peppa.
She bats her long eyelashes with a bit of worry, but she nestles into the starlit, open cave mouth and awaits our hero's return. The two
We have
of you
Oliver
take
with
off.
us.
Do
I
not.
don't know where that thing is.
No, you guys left him in the tavern.
He's
Okay.
hanging out with
Right,
Laura.
and he's being taken care of by the Howling Imaginarium.
Oh no! All of the
That's
character
some-
growth we've given that dragon is gone.
Yeah,
All
he
of
actually-
it gone.
They were able to convince him to be a part of the show because they said that Lorelai used you. Oh, it's a whole thing. We'll get into it later.
Yeah,
There's a quick cut to that as Oliver is like wearing like makeup and stuff and just looking around. What's going on?
What?
But the Vanguard now all within some moments, encroaching midnight, have made their way outside of Fallon Koska's hideout, allegedly. You all see that strange dragon statue.
Disguise
Wow.
self to look like let's say a human woman with dark hair and like dark clothes, just so she's less noticeable.
Yes.
And as soon as they land, Adeline's gonna look at Alikos and just go, "Shit!" Like just out loud. Doesn't even do silent speech for that, and he'll actually the hood and cloak he's wearing. It's gonna be real short on Alikos, but he's holding it out for you to wear.
Lit.
I'll kind of take it at one hand, give it a glance, and sure you don't want a pet tiger?
Whatever makes you feel like you're more concealed. I don't know how long you can do that.
I offer you my white, like, tabard type thing that I usually wear as a skirt, like, just to see if you can put that around you.
Alikos is now a tiger.
Oh, all right. Well, then
That
I'll
too.
take back that, and I'll throw back on my cloak, pull back up the hood, and block out my face. All right, let's go.
Have you seen a tiger before?
No,
Is
That
is
one
there
of
one
the
of
druid
circus?
animals via the rules that I use.
I've seen Master Brass,
Oh,
who is a
shit.
tiger.
Roll
Yeah.
a nature check, as you have not spent time with a real tiger per se, but you have spent time with Master Brass, who that is his favorite form.
It's true.
is
21.
there one in the circus?
And
Oh, I don't need
21
it.
will do it. You
Master
your
Brass.
connection to the world tree and everything, and you take on this form. You want to like describe a little bit about what it looks like, because it's your special druid tiger form. Does your armor meld into it?
It's true.
Well, you're not wearing any
He
armor.
doesn't wear
per
any
se,
armor,
but,
yeah, no, as
But like, anything personal
It's not-
about it?
anything personal besides. I'm trying to think what he had personal. Around his neck, instead of just symbol stripes, but a single stripe that goes around his neck, almost like a collar, has a different. Instead of just a single black line, it has almost these silhouettes of different type of animal creatures, like a bear, a wolf, an elk, etc. Almost like
His necklace?
yeah, exactly, just like his necklace, like
Nice.
the little totem charms that he has. But,
Very carefully, we see the Vanguard move alongside this twisting, dry path through the dense trees, not far from the coastline. Not far at all. You can hear that raging river howling at your back. You can hear the wind rustling through the coniferous trees above you. But we can barely hear the footsteps you take or the paw steps you take as you come to the end of this trail, and you do indeed see a door, a black door, double panel with impressions and things upon it, more like the tribal designs per se. A sturdy iron bound door, quite strange, quite old, but refurbished and well fitted.
and as soon as we get inside of that door, he'll just use silent speech to kind of
You're
try.
not in the door, you're standing in front of it.
Yeah, he's going to sit there and kind of just get everybody to hold on 1 second, just put his ear up to the door, sits there and listens in, just trying to figure out if somebody's like immediately on the other side of the door if he can.
You hear this periodic scratching.
Oh, you know what? With this door, Adlin, you hear in your head, on that statue, it said, "Fortune favors the bold." I don't know if that's gonna matter, but maybe it's a code. It's old, but
In that case, yep. And I'm just gonna slowly give the door a tug, seeing if it begins to pull at all.
there's no foreseeable way to actually really open it from your side. There's just like the two slabs, and when they meet in the middle, it appears for whatever reason it locks from the inside.
Okay.
There's no way in from the outside, mundanely or passively, that you can see. You kind of tossle on it a bit, and whatever that scratching you hear doesn't actually stop. Like, it tarries for a moment. Then you hear this voice in your mind on the other side of the door, presumably coming from there. And it indeed asks you, to whom the fortunes go.
To the bold.
Teamwork. High five.
Canon.
And then it says in your mind, and what marks do we bear to note our price?
Fuck.
Alright.
And there's just a tiger and everyone kind of hiding behind you somewhat. I guess the tiger looks like he's just standing there.
Sana, do you remember more about the dragon statue, like what it looked like?
Okay, Sauna's
Go
really...
inside, Adlin.
The black whatever have like
Yeah.
a tattoo you had to have?
There's like a mark or something it's asking for in just a cryptic way.
In that case, he's going to think in his head about that, the symbol on the black market coin, the one he still got, actually.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as he's thinking about it, he'll sit there and just pull it out and just kind of be holding it.
A shiny trinket you come to bear, so you may come into our lair. You hear an unlatching on the other side. You get the sense you can now push the door open if you wish with ease.
And he will, and he's still just making a gesture at everybody, like, don't jump the gun yet.
Immediately on the other side, you see this immaculately pristine emblem on the ground of a dragon with some sort of Celtic knot behind it, and a band encompassing that, and the band is made of many intricate linking bands, almost like DNA threads. And you see beyond that a slab of stone, a dais with an open book, and a woman just sweeping the floor with her broom, the source of the scratching noise. She just kind of backs up to a wall. You're not sure who was talking to you. You don't think it was her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll just go ahead to step in. And what was the name of the dude?
Fallon Koska.
Yeah, and he's just going to look at her and then ask, Fallon Koska here.
She looks away from you, does like not make eye contact or respond. Just starts tidying an alcove behind her, where there's a very strange fresco painted. You see people twisting in anguish, and parts of their bodies are goat-like.
Yep, this is Black Mass shit. He's just going to...
In your mind again, you hear, in the book you must break your name, so it's known your name we take. Or the broker, make your claim. And just suddenly, almost out of nowhere, you hear a ting, as like out of the air beside the book, just like a chisel drops. As you do notice, the book is made of stone.
And we'll sit there, see that,
And sorry, with your passive perception at this point now, whatever's speaking to you in your mind, there is something small moving around in here invisibly. You can hear the little wisps of movement.
Oh yeah,
Very subtly.
And especially if it ever gets close to me. If it gets within 10 feet.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It does not get within 10 feet of you.
Alright, and in that case, he's going to He's going to just move around to the book, and he's going to begin to chisel in the name Adeline Everflow.
Yeah, it takes you about a minute to do this with a sturdy and diligent hand. And as you're doing this with your blind fighting, you can sense the occasional, almost like the blinking of an eye, the flapping of whatever this small fiend is above you, above the altar here.
Yeah. And is the door still open, or has it closed?
Still open. As you finish putting your name in the book, this door here gets pushed open. And there's a man in clad black leathers, a hood and shawl that mystically covers his face in shadow.
Mystical.
Who the fuck are you?
You Casca?
No. Are you bringing in your pet?
Well, wanted to make sure it was okay first. Last thing I need's for it to get fucking shot at. Costs a lot of money.
Yeah, you know what else does? Protection enchantments. Who else you got skulking out there?
2 people who are needing something done. Willing to pay a very hefty price.
Well, no fucking half measures here. You're all in or you're all out. That comes from Casca himself.
Alright then. And he's just gonna call over his shoulder. Alright, go ahead, come in and bring the cat.
It's a right fucking circus.
Yeah, well, all types of people need stuff done, right?
You look like the sort who more wants to go down this door. Don't mind the helmed horrors. They'll only incinerate you if you're trouble. Yeah,
That's fair.
trouble. The wrong kind of trouble, that is.
Could I
Not
get
the
their
kind you don't want
surface
to-
thoughts?
He's
Sorry, just
thinking,
before we
he's
move on,
thinking I don't know why Casca is letting these mooks come inside,
Okay.
but we'll see it through for now. I like that guy's arm. I think I'm gonna take that arm.
Oh, shit. Alright, sorry, go on.
And he backs away, kind of crosses his arms, like waiting for you all to pass on the corner
Right.
here.
Well, come on, yahoos, if you want this done, this way.
As you all stand on this like strange emblem on the ground, it's clearly part of this place's original construction, this old sort of hideaway of stone and masonry. Well done to withstand the test of time. It also looks first age, maybe. I'm not sure what this symbol is. It looks regal and noble, but it's unlike anything you've seen before. As you walk on through the next platform and heading up some stairs into the hideout, you can hear faint, jovial music playing. You can also hear maybe a scream in the distance. You're not sure. Common folk rummaging. Regular people are working here, it seems. And you notice something with your passive insight, Adlin. Especially the woman who was sweeping, they just seem to be in this weird malaise as they're just going through the motions, hardly coherent. And these statues to either side of you do flare up with light and flame like a furnace from their insides as you're passing, watching you come in.
And as he's walking by you, he is just going to go ahead and pop a Divine Sense. And he's got a feeling he's going to get some response.
Yeah, within 60 feet of you, actually, don't sense too much. from where you are, just back in the room you came from, maybe that one fiend who had opened the door. At the same time as you guys are going by, the main door is being shut behind you. Kind of hear it with a heavy thud. As you all continue up to here, you see these people in their malaise just kind of casually working. You see more dirty hands of the Black Mask, just kind of enjoying a meal, just regular guys. One of them sort of boasting at the time, you should have seen it, I was downright merciless. He offered me double to spare his life. Of course I took it. I slit his throat, gave him a quick death, though. And they all start laughing, and they kind of stop as they see you all enter, kind of shrug and go back to their food, grab a big piece of mutton. One of them just shoves it into the black silhouette that is his visage under the hood he wears. Up to the right, Koska's office. He'll meet you at the chairs. Have a seat, get cozy. As then, these doors suddenly slam behind you.
And he said up and to the right.
Yeah, you can see there's a narrow passage here, one by one sort of hallway, coming to an open door.
Yeah, and you go to walk in it.
Surface thoughts of a malaised person? Anything?
It's weird. It's a smorgasbord of things. It's like a dreamscape. They're picking flowers. They're thinking of old loved ones. They're flying. They're doing all manner of things that they're not actually doing.
Yeah. I don't like that. Okay. This only lasts for a minute. I think it'd be fading away by now, right?
Probably fading away by now.
Yeah, okay.
And Adlin, you see a few more of these malaise commoners. They're just kind of getting these cots and things prepared. They're, working in the corner there. There's your passive perception. You can hear some scribbling. Someone's going to be writing something down feverishly in a room off this way. Other movement in some other rooms. But it's this big red curtain, like Wizard of Oz style. It is like really catching you. And your divine sense, the gritty rules, is just triggers on its own. As you do sense something fiendish behind that curtain. But it's from this door that Koska makes his appearance. Welcome. So, you're the misanthropes who were out at my fen.
Yeah, looking to do some business.
Well, this ain't a sewing circle if you're after rumors in here, so please have a seat.
Yeah.
Come in, all of you. Shut the door.
Oh, do you mind if my cat comes in?
I don't think he can fit.
I ain't bothered at all. Do I look bothered?
No. I just don't know if you have an allergy.
Furks his brow.
You never know.
Yeah, you can squeeze.
Yeah,
Cool.
squeeze on in. All right. Well,
He waves his hand and the door kind of magically shuts. I guess. Huh?
Sorry, my token just randomly got yeeted somewhere else. I did not do that.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, I just had a quick teleport.
Yeah, flips open a ledger in front of him, and it's just numbers in there and dates. And he flips to today's date. That's not right, actually. Flips to the next page as it is actually now past midnight, and the 30th, or sorry, the 1st of last seed. So, Adla never flow, it says here. The handy book, gift to me.
quite nice. I think I've seen something like it before.
There's also a picture of a man beside the name that does not look like you. Interesting.
Yep.
But I've been given word from higher up that permissible you come here.
Well, in that case, I guess we can just remove some of this then. And he'll actually go ahead and pull down the goggle, pull back the hood. Well, so are you already aware of what we're here for?
Not in the slightest, actually. I'm quite
Okay.
surprised that you
Sure.
know about our hideaway.
Well, always have to keep ears open.
But things have been running a bit differently around here. And I feel as though time is of the essence, so I'll speak lightly and plain. I ain't to a liking of how things are going in my immediate surroundings. I be but a simple young man, prospecting to get ahead, not too unlike, perhaps, Trindle, who you've met, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, as thick as thieves as we may be, there be other things conspiring in these very halls, and I'd be mighty at peace if said things were skewed from my ledger. I suppose I could turn a blind eye, if you could do the same.
Well,
It's information you seek, of course. That's what we're all after.
well,
So what is it? What's on the bill? What is it today? Come on, speak up. Speak forthright. I told you I don't like my current working circumstance.
oh, well,
You know, the broker, he can be a real hard ass, and he's probably listening to me right now.
Can I get
One of the
service?
things I don't like. He's speaking totally honestly. What he is saying is what is on his mind.
Ah,
He is a trained liar or speaker.
fair.
well. In that case, we'll just cut to the chase here. I just want to know why a Pippa Penny is gonna be getting dealt with coming up.
Pippa Penny.
Yeah,
Oh,
She
that's a pretty name. Hard to
Yeah.
forget something like that.
seems like y'all had given her a little gift.
I played my hand indeed. But only the part I was given to be played. As we all do.
Yeah.
We're just the puppets. I fancy to one day get up those strings myself and give them a go. For now, I'll play my part. An inside job, that. Aye, in the book, that'd be bad business. I was glad to get rid of that. You don't want to be stealing from the hand of Bane. But
Oh,
there's not much that we don't want to be doing. In truth.
that's fair. But what I was more wanting to know is why she's about to go take a fall for being associated with y'all. Just the book, or
Oh, that was just to instigate a bit of trouble from what I understand. Make some certain moves across the board, and as I said, an inside job. The Black Mass, they've got agents everywhere.
oh yeah,
Us of the market are just but the ring finger, you could say.
no, yeah,
We got pinkies around as well. A lot of folk working for us and don't even know. Hell,
yeah.
who's to say you haven't done a job for us sweeping floors?
Who knows? Yeah, no, I've already talked with Rowan about this before.
Oh, don't be worried. Nothing too alarming or foul happens to any of these people working for us. Well, not by my hand, anyways. But now that prelate over in the other chamber, ooh, he'd be a righteous prick. I think he's probably eating the entrails of a young lass right now. Shame.
Well, that could be taken care of. But just between you and me, how did y'all get the Duke to do all this stuff?
That's above me, my friend. I'll say this. The little filly that let in and betrayed Pippa, she's deeper in all this mess than you know. Than I know, for that matter.
That filly got a name?
She does. I understand she goes by many.
Throw the one that sounds the funniest to me.
Who is it? Who does she go by? Lorelei, I believe.
Hmm.
Aye, she's the one who wanted Pippa to take the fall. She's the one who organized the whole thing.
Soon as he says Lorelei, I just want to insult him.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
my detect
Yeah.
thoughts would be done, right?
Yeah.
Agnes going insight as well.
Lowest I can do is, where is it? Ear for deceit. So,
That fits
That's
so
not
well.
Agnes like, that's my mom, bitch. Hold on. a minute.
Adlin, you know that like there maybe is some truth to what he's saying, but he doesn't even know the extent of what he's talking about. He's putting on a facade to act like he has more knowledge than he does.
Mhm.
Part of his con he's doing right now. Agnes, I'll just whisper you.
Does she inspire Adlin?
The
Fucking
look of
savviness.
shock on her face inspires whoever she wants it to.
Agni doesn't show a single goddamn thing on her face.
And never mind, she
Right.
withholds.
Yeah, so I'm not sorry. Agni's gonna not
No.
do that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Doesn't want anyone
No
to.
face.
It's a hidden response. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's good to always have names, huh?
Well, I names do hold a degree of power.
Yeah. Well,
Such
anything
as the place we're in right now. Now, this was an old and respective clan, at the very foundations of what the black market was built upon.
Hmm.
You know about the Rhine worms, their legacy.
No, that sounds like something new.
Well, I consider myself a vassal to that noble house. It'll be back up on its rise again, sure enough, somehow. Black
Hey,
Massa means to an ends.
good luck to you. Well, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been asking all my own questions here. Do you two have anything? Turns around to Agni and Zana.
A tiger? No.
Yeah, turns around to Tiger. Do you have a question?
You're the tuna sandwiches.
Well,
Shout out to Calvin
just
Hobbes.
so we're all plain and square, and he, like, with his finger draws a square in front of him.
Sana's very uncomfortable. Pretty apparent.
Agni's just got a bored look on her face.
That book, stolen from the hand of Bane. Lorelei planned the whole thing. Why someone would want to run a carnival is beyond me. But what I do know about that one is that she runs a lot of many faces. And from what I hear, she even gives the broker a run for his money.
Interesting.
Listen, this whole thing is a dark and vacuous thing. That poor girl in the other room, she's sparing blood right now. Aye,
All right.
it's not too long past midnight.
Well, here, how about this? We'll go ahead and deal with this, and we can talk more later. And
Sure. We'll do that.
I'll go ahead and tell you now. Me and Rowan came to the understanding, if you're just trying to make money, that's one thing entirely. But some of
Thing
this
about
other
money,
stuff...
and you listen to a thing I said.
No. I understand what you're saying. You're more about...
It's about
Power.
man's rightful place, and the
Yeah.
continuation of things, and the posing of improper power.
Yeah.
Power where it ought to be.
But we can agree that what's going on in there, and he's actually pointing towards the curtain.
Well, I
It-
ain't gonna eat a fucking person, that ain't for me. But I still
Yeah.
do believe the same things. Don't get me twisted.
Well, for now, we have an accord, right?
So as for now, it seems. But it's likely I seem to get the upper hand at you while in this place, this den of sin. I'm likely gonna stab you in the back, just so you know that. Be careful how much blood you shed on my floor.
Alright, well, just make sure I'm not missing for too long. There's somebody waiting. Alright, would you open the curtain for me, or should I do it myself?
Oh, the curtain! Oh, that's just old Big Burb. No, he's just think of him as like a scribe. Nothing to be worried about. He's just gathering information for us. Not on you, per se. He's only delving into something else right now. Who's to say what the Fiend does on their own time?
Oh, well then, which
They make
direction
for
are you
good
meaning here?
uses. You want to see him? He's a mischievous little runt. Who's to say if it's actually him right now? He likes
Oh,
to play
no,
his imagery and tricks. Oh
No,
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 I
we don't.
insist.
Oh,
And he
well, alright then.
waves his hand, and the curtain opens up, and you see this pot-bellied, gray-skinned, elongated head, pointed-eared, ashy goateed figure with wings too small for it, kind of flapping above a table, casting bones down and other strewn bits as it writes things down and makes strange noises to itself.
Yeah, definitely some kind of double. Hey.
Old Big Bird don't mean nobody harm.
Oh, yeah,
Just after a little piece of information, like us all.
that's fair. Well, in that case, what direction are you needing us to go check?
Now you done fucked up, right?
No?
I think our meeting is adjourned. You can find your own way. They'll let you pass.
No.
And then as he's saying that, he goes to like grab a cup in front of him, and nothing happens. His hand goes through the cup, and
Yep, I figured he
Uh-huh.
this
was.
projected image vanishes.
Bamboozled.
As long as he understands the deal. And with that, Adeline's standing up. And other than that direction, he's going to take a second. And no, actually, it might take longer than that. I think it takes a full minute, doesn't it? Let me check.
That's 1 minute per ranger spell level.
Yeah. He'll just real quick, just while sitting down in the chair for about a minute, just go ahead and feel out for more fiends, seeing if he detects any other than old Big Bird up there.
This man was not lying. You do sense fiendish energy in this place.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, I think we.
As well as a faint, almost dying celestial essence.
Oh.
Okay. And we probably need to hurry. Come on. And Adeline's gonna,
We're just gonna leave them?
for now. Yeah, he's gonna start trying to track down where on earth this guy is.
You continue to walk on through their headquarters here. The smuggler's den in the old Rhineworm hideaway. And their laughs have stopped. One of them is just kind of sharpening his dagger, while the others watch you as if they're fighting back the urge to attack. One of them subtly moves in his chair, not so subtly, I should say, then tilts his head like this direction, where you hear and can see actually under the dim light of candles a few cultists, members of the Black Mass, just on their knees praying. Then he also nods this way.
And
Watch you guys.
And as he gets to about right there, he'll just silent speech to Alikos and go, just give a nod if you think you can take those cultists in that room. I might need Sana or Agni to help me save this girl.
Nods his head as he gives like a tiger yawn.
Alright. And then at still walking, we'll just silent speech uh, to Agni, since you're right there. Just follow me. And start heading
Before
towards
we
this way.
move on, never mind. I don't want to hold this out.
As you start coming around the corner, Alikos contemplating to go for the men in this room who are praying. They've come up from their prostration, actually kind of turn their heads to face you.
He's sitting
What
down.
looks like
on his
the
haunches.
visage of normal men. You can see their ears are almost like that of bat wings, sort of flapping,
Oh my god.
and they're just heads wearing mannequins of bodies.
Oh god, no, not these.
And
What?
poof, in a puff of black brimstone smoke, all three of them poof, poof, disappear.
Oh,
Hmm.
those.
As you approach this direction, you can hear snarling of dogs from here. And from this direction, you hear clattering of metal. Ting, 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 ting. Maybe men at training in martial arms.
Yep.
Continue on forward, all of you. You come into that room, the sound of martial prowess. And indeed, you do see members of the Black Market or the Black Mass, as well as Ruxelmberg soldiers off duty, training, exchanging in martial knowledge, and it's all abruptly stopping mid fighting stance as you come in, watching you cautiously, and then all turning their head this way and open that cavernous pathway. And you can hear music faintly playing, an orchestral piece.
Yeah. Adeline, just hoping that y'all are still behind. I'm just gonna keep going.
Yep.
Yeah, I assume you're all
Yeah.
walking together.
Damn traitors.
You hear this music playing as you're now approaching, walking through the training room of corrupt guards and black market thugs. One of them spits as Ignicia goes by.
Uh-oh.
And at the end of this hall, a solid iron-bound door with barbell handles like the nose ring of a bull. No locking mechanism, push or pull.
Adeline's gonna turn around, look at y'all, give a short nod, and then just kind of throw his shoulder into it. Not expecting it to fly open. He's just gonna have to put as much weight as he can to try to open the door.
That's the first thing you hear as you open the heavy doors. They were heavier than you knew. They muffled the sound of what was really going on inside. The screams are being masked by the music being played by bodiless minstrels, heads wearing hoods, as other black mass enforcers sit around a table like Hannibal Lecter eating away at someone who is alive, like when you eat sushi off of somebody, and ahead of them in a throne with two dogs breathing flame out of their eyes in every orifice is a man in black pope-like robes. Ah, you've come to join us. Well then, I guess dessert is on the table. Fallon's treachery was expected. But I'm glad he has led you into the arms of the broker and into my belly for this finest of witching hours. Step forward! Step forward so you may die!
Just out of curiosity, am I feeling the celestial in this room? That faint?
No, you aren't.
Okay.
That came from somewhere else behind you, maybe the room with growling dogs.
Okay.
And as he says that, throws out his hands. We see you all standing in at the doorway in this hall, witnessing this horror you're about to face and bring heroic justice down upon.
Don't say it.
we're gonna go ahead and end
Damn it.
today's session. We'll continue this with
There it was.
episode 80 of 20 Sided Tales next time.
Fuck!